This day is more than a remembrance of one man. We regard Dr. King most highly because of the idea he stood for and that he symbolizes to this day. It's the idea of human equality, the idea that no person is higher or lower than another in their humanity. And that idea has everything to do with our calling here. Dr. King shows how a man or a woman may spend his or her life in pursuit of that idea. With dedication and sacrifice, he built a national movement and changed the country. Countless others have labored for justice in smaller arenas. Dr. King himself taught that you don't need to be famous to make a mark for justice. We can make a difference however God has called us to work and to serve. In each of our communities across this state are people who work quietly for more just conditions in their cities, their neighborhoods, their families. They see wrongs and do what is in their power to right them. They give of their time and their energy to leave their small corner better than they found it. One such champion in my hometown of Puyallup was my friend Eric Renz. Eric passed away last month after being hit by a car in November. He was riding his bike by the Puyallup Fairgrounds when he was hit. Now, Eric and I were opponents in the November election, but that didn't stop us from being friends. We found common ground in our love for community and in our shared faith that motivated us to do right. Eric spent his life in Christian ministry, helping the less fortunate of our community. He was tireless in his work to help the homeless. And I'll never forget the morning we sat down together for breakfast in the middle of the campaign and talked about ways to improve our political process for the good of the poor and marginalized. That's why he ran for office last year. And at his memorial service 2 days ago, his son talked about how he was authentic and real and how he put his faith into action. As we stood here a week ago and took our oaths, I thought of my friend Eric, and I think that Eric Renz would want me to remember that I am here for the sick, for the vulnerable, for the young and old, for people of all races and ethnicities, for those who vote as well as those who do not. We represent all the people of this great state. There is room to disagree on the proper size and role of government, but as we contend for our positions, let us never forget the equal humanity of those we represent and of each other. So it's right for us to honor the memory of Dr. King, as it is right for us to acknowledge the thousands of Washingtonians who work every day to build communities that affirm our equal humanity. May we too labor together as fellow citizens for a free and just society in this time we've been given. Thank you, Madam Speaker.